about artificial intelligence. How do we,
Yeah,
how what's going on right now?
like what you texted me the other day about
Yeah. Okay, let's
about
talk about that because
okay, go for it. We can talk about that before we wrap
oh,
up. So it
yeah,
was about like, implanting chips in our brain or that type of thing, and whether that
yeah,
takes away from the divinity inside of us.
yes,
I mean, and I said, because you texted me this last week. So I think, let me just kind of back up so if people are
yeah,
watching this at home, but like maybe, for example, like Elon Musk has talked about putting a chip in our brain or augmenting ourselves somehow with, electronics, whether it's artificial intelligence that's a chip in our brain that helps
mm-hmm,
make us smarter, or it could even be, like cyborg limbs or,
mm-hmm,
or whatever. But whether when you do that, does it,
mm-hmm,
because a lot of the yogic teachings are that Brahman resides in your heart, or that the divinity is, deep inside. And sometimes they'll even describe it like the size of a thumbnail, like it's this physical thing. And whether if you take matters into your own hands, so to speak, and augment yourselves with artificial man-made
implants.
things, would that take away from the divinity inside? And my thought on it is no, because that exists in everything. I mean, it absolutely exists in everything. Now, there's a separate issue, which is if you go too far with that, you're creating more of a sense of separation from that divinity, from
That's what
that
I was
unity.
feeling.
But it doesn't mean that it's physically less accessible, because Brahman is literally in everything. It's in the rock, it's in the computer, it's in you, it's in the butterfly, it's in the dog. Like, it is everything. There's nothing that it's not. And it says that throughout all the teachings. So just because something is supposedly man-made doesn't mean that that life, that oneness isn't in there. So you can't escape it by creating something different. Like, there's no way to escape that you are one with everything. But if you do too much of that, just like anything, you could really start to create a sense of separation for yourself, like a overdeveloped ego, in other words. Because all of our downfall, the yogic teachings tell us, is from believing that we're separate rather than interconnected, rather than, yoga in the sense of unity or yoking or joining together. So if doing those things creates more of a sense of separation of I'm me and you're you and we're separate, then that is a problem. But it doesn't inherently make you less divine just because some of your parts may be less natural.